Chunsters, my name is the Chun and it's time to have some fun with Planet Coaster. Now, I'm gonna build some weird shit. Okay, right, so it's probably about time that I did Planet Coaster on this YouTube channel in fairness, because when this game was in development, I was absolutely all over it. I was checking out every single update and was like, this is going to be awesome, this is going to be awesome, this is going to be awesome, I'm going to play this every day, and then for some reason I just haven't. I don't know why I haven't. It's not like I just lost my excitement for it, because every single time I see a video I'm just like, I want to play this game, and then I just never seem to do so, and it's weird, I don't know why. So, how this video series is going to work, first of all, let's do some housekeeping stuff, because nothing really interesting is happening in the video at the moment. So, I'm going to time shift a few bits of it, and then also do live commentary bits of it. So, it will be jumping from live commentary to time shift throughout the video. Now, in the bits that are time shifted going forward, I might not be doing commentary on all of them. I might just throw up a little bit of audio or something, just a nice little tune or something to carry us through the copyright-free moment where I'm maybe concentrating oobly on lining up a bit of fence or something like that. So, yeah, the commentary thing I'm going to do in this part of this video because the recording kind of screwed up a bit and parts of the audio are a bit shonky and it jumps a little bit, and when you time shift it, it won't be a problem. Also, at the first part of this, I'm not really doing anything. Basically, I tried to do a recording once, it failed because my computer crashed due to overheating, so I started again, and I basically just rebuilt the hut that I built in the first part before everything crashed on me. It was just a simple idea really. I was like, just a nice little wood cabin hut to enter, and when I cut out of the time shift mode that we're in right now, what will happen is I start talking about, imagine this, like you're coming to the park, and the park, by the way, I'm thinking I'm going to be skipping over the point where I name it. It's going to be called, for now at least, the Park of Potential. Why is it called the Park of Potential? Here's what. Oh yeah, there's no webcam. Okay, that reference is lost. Never mind. Why? Here's why, because there's nothing in it yet. So it's literally just a park. It's just potential. It might potentially be awesome. It might not be. Who knows? Not entirely sure what I'm going to build at this moment in time in it. But yeah, we're starting off with a simple little humble entrance hut, and don't worry. A part of me is really thinking I need to go back and redo this entrance hut, because I'm just thinking it's just so unepic. Look at it, it's just so basic. Why? But then again, that was partially my plan. I wasn't really going for anything like immense. I was just building something that, you know, is there. So yeah, that's the whole idea behind this. I just wanted it to be like well, I don't know, like a nature park start to things, I guess. And that was literally the whole point. It's you know, it doesn't have to be that huge to begin with. And I've already gone a bit sour on that idea of leaving it sort of like minimalist. As minimalist as it comes, and I was like, you know, some gold light with some gold confetti as like a celebration of your choice of theme park. So yeah, basically I've already changed my mind. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do in the future. I might have to just redesign the entire entrance before I go too far with everything. But yeah, mainly just the entrance building, I think. I just want something more than just that hut. But we're about to cut back to some live commentary in a minute, so I will shut up for now, and I will be talking to you on the other side of the live com moments. So here we go. Here's me in the past. That's now excellent. You see, what we've got there is we've got a nice little simple entrance, and it's like special. The confetti's there to reassure you have made a wise decision in joining this park. So here we go. So look, this is the entrance now. So picture this, right? You've just left your car. Let's see if I can get this about head height. I don't know if I'm a head height or not. I don't think I am. I think the head height is meant to be about the wall. Right? Right. Yeah. So, you have just left your car. So that's the scenario, right? You've left your car. You're now into this big long cave. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Golden light, if you will. Off-centered golden light at the end of the tunnel. And then you begin to move forward. At a hell of a rate of knots. And then you know, oh wait, no, is this head height? Is this head height? Will their heads disappear? Yes, okay, so this is their head height. And then you see this, the simple hut, illuminated with golden light, and then you walk forwards and you're like, whoa, this park is amazing, woo, woo, you know what I mean? Look. And you're like, look at the textures on the path, it looks like a load of little creatures have run over it whilst it was set. And then you're just like, look at this place. There's so much potential here. So much potential. It's like, I don't even know how to contain myself. There's a gap in the wall to the... Doesn't matter. Anyway, you then walk through and you see, look, this golden ambient light. Okay. Yes. Anyway, you're like, yeah, woo! Next thing you know, you're like this. You know, you're walking into this all this golden confetti. It's like a celebration of your brilliant choice of theme park. And then, well, you're going to have to imagine things for the moment. Imagine there's a big roller coaster doing loops over here. There's a big vertical roller coaster, stealth style. You know, King to Cars over here, and then you got a twister, and then a stunt show. And a replica of Silverstone there. It's going to be excellent. Right, so the first thing to do now. I wonder how I'm going to do this. So my plan was to have like a flower bed here, right? In there, it's going to be a flower bed. There's going to be trees leading to a nice little fountain. Now, I tried to do it a certain way before, and I'm just going to put this out there. It was shit, so I'm going to try this a different way. And we are back, and it's time to start building things. So yes, there we go. We have the wooden hut. Now, as I said in the past, yeah, the first thing I tried to do was shit. What I did was I sunk the ground and then had, you know, a lake with a fountain inside of it. Sort of, I don't know if anybody ever played it. Imagine, you know, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 had that build your own Six Flags park thing in it. What I did was kind of like that, but bad. It just didn't work. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to use sort of like a pre-made fountain base and build some fountain jets inside of it so that it looks like a proper fountain. But first things first, you know, my whole plan basically is a nice floral arrangement to start everything off. Then there's going to be nice, like nice little sort of, I don't know, family adventure park where trees down a path that'll lead you to the fountain, which will be illuminated in beautiful blue light. Now, here we go, we're starting work on the flower bed. The reason why I've time shifted this is, like I said, the audio gets a bit shonky. In fact, I think you heard a bit of it during the live moment. Yeah, we're starting to do all that building now. Another reason why I time shifted this a bit is just because the amount of lining up fail that I do during this building. I didn't build this very well. I'm still getting used to the building of it on this game. I mean, admittedly, there's when I skip back to live commentary, there'll be a comment on it. But to be honest, I haven't played this game very much, so I haven't really got used to the whole building things. And for some reason, when I first played this game, hotkeys, which are now actually working, weren't. So I didn't have any time to practice them the first time. I sort of just jumped on in a kiddish way. I'm so excited for this game. type of thing. And now I'm going to start messing around with advanced move duplicates and stuff like that later on. You know, the powerful editing tools that this game has, I will be playing with those later on, don't you worry. And I'm also going to start doing a theme park in the downtime in between recording sessions, because due to the amount of limited space on my computer, I want to film the sessions, edit them up, and then get rid of the raw footage because they clog up your hard drive something fierce. So I will be doing some sort of like practice theme parks in the meantime, so I can just, you know, get better with those building tools, so that when it comes to building something in this Let's Play, it's actually a bit more interesting to look at than just really basic things. And plus, it will also help when it comes to like, I don't know, just building things faster, so that I don't take basically a half-an-hour video to build a wood hut and a little flower garden. Essentially, that's my theory. I don't really want it to take that long every single time, because that would be bad. That would be really bad. But yeah, we are now getting on with this, and as you can see, I elected to have some hedgerow lining my flower garden, so it has like a nice border to it. And I also came up with a problem later on when the park finally opened, that people would walk through it, which I solved later on by altering the path. But yeah, this is a humble stuff. But one of the things that I have noticed from actually because one of the things I'm guilty of doing a few times when I watch Silverette videos, or D-Lady Signer, or Rudy Rencamel, or C-Top, or Geekism videos, and you know, sometimes I do admit, because I'm just sort of like in a hurry, and there's lots of things I want to watch, and I've literally just seen their video and like, oh, I'll watch that. Sometimes I skip through to the end product just to see what it was that they actually ended up building, and I don't actually watch the building process. But one of the things I've been going back and doing now is watching the building process, so that I'm seeing how they are doing certain things. And one of the things I'm going to start trying to experiment with is the thing that they do is they make building elements by taking statues and stuff and using them to create another building. So as an example, in the Koali Beach Let's Play that I've been watching, Rudy builds these pillars for a raft station, for the River Rapids station, and he creates the pillars that are partially out of like just, I think it's Roman pillar base, and then there's like an actual support beam and things, and they end up looking like something pre-made in the game, but it wasn't pre-made in the game. So I'm going to start trying to experiment with things like that, rather than just using the pre-built theming things. Like, actually try to come up with something original. Kind of like what I did with that tree there, actually. You know, it's kind of not really what I mean. It's not really anything that I mean, but just combining certain elements with others, and to make something original. Like that big flower hedge isn't an actual flower hedge, it's a tree with some floral bushes around it, but the overall effect is it looks like a flowery hedge. Or at least it does in my mind. It does in my mind. Look, you may think it doesn't, but it does. Just trust me, it does. It does. It does not look like a tree. It doesn't look like a tree because first of all there isn't a branch. That's enough defending myself. Anyway, what I'm going to try and do is combine some elements. That'll be coming a few parts down the line in the Let's Play. Because the first two videos are me building the garden hedge, and building the path with the trees and the fountain, and then I end up building a transport ride, so I get the skeleton for the transport ride going around. and these are the parts I've recorded so far, and then we build like a funfair thing. And by the funfair thing, I mean it's not actually themed up. It's just, you know, rides are placed down or just around the place. You know, because like funfairs aren't the difference between a funfair and a theme park. Not necessarily the rides, because you know both have flat rides and all of that stuff. But a theme park just has the thing. It's just there. Where a theme park will have the try and think of something that I'm thinking of, an example. So, a theme park I went to recently, it had a drop tower. Admittedly a small one, okay? But it was a drop tower nonetheless. Now, that's a theme park. It just has a drop tower. Now, if it's a theme park will have that drop tower, but let's think of a specific one that I'm thinking of in mind. Hurricane Condor from Universal's Portaventura in Spain. It's got a themed station building, and it's themed. You know, it's themed. You know, the stuff around it. It's not just a bog standard ride. So you know, the funfair section in this game, in this part of the play, will be like that. Really, it will be the bog standard rides. There won't be like ride skins as I've seen them referred to elsewhere. But other areas that we build in the park will be properly themed areas. Like part of me wants to do something Egyptian, pirate, because everybody does something pirate, you know, stuff like that. And then it will actually have properly themed rides. So you know, it won't just be a carousel. There'll be a carousel with, I don't know, inside some sort of Colosseum type of building. I don't know. That's quite grandiose, and but I'll try to do that. That's the scheme, and I think it's starting to get an idea of why I time-lapse this whole thing, because literally I take way longer than I really should just doing this, and that is why like I said earlier, I would be going around and playing the game without recording it, just so I can actually get used to building things, and so I can build them faster, because I didn't really notice it at the time of recording, but when I've set back to edit this thing and watch the parts I've recorded, I'm like, oh Jesus, that took a long time to build something that really isn't very much at all. And unfortunately, in building that, I've kind of hindered anything I'm going to do in the future with the entrance, because like I say, I want to elaborate on that entrance a bit and I'll just make it a bit more interesting. Again, it won't be a main street. I'm not thinking about doing something main street. I'm just thinking about, I don't know, making it look like a building. I just want it to be some sort of building. Maybe I'll double or triple up on those entry huts and connect them with some sort of like, I don't know, artsy sculpture type of thing. I don't know, you know, like how you get buildings that have like posts and then sort of big white sails on them or something. I'm trying to think of what I haven't really got an example of what I'm thinking of, but you'll see when I build it. It won't be a classical building. I'm thinking of some sort of like art sculpture style building, but yeah, we'll be doing something with it. However, building the floral part and then it's kind of a bad thing. Oh, and something else I hope to do in the future of Planet Coaster is explore other parks to see what people who actually know what they're doing can do with this game. You know, to sort of like just to actually show you what's actually possible with this game, rather than just my sort of pathetic, feeble attempts at building something, and then me sort of with my rose-tinted spectacles just going, yeah, it looks great, even though it doesn't. So yeah, there will be that. So I hope to show off some actual properly built shit instead of just my weird shit. But yeah, that'll be a thing. But as you can see, I mean, you know what? I don't think this thing looks that terrible. I really wasn't that. I really didn't think it looked that bad. Actually, I kind of liked it. I thought it was all right. And then I do the lights. Oh, and one more thing as well because we're going back up to the end of the video and live commentary very soon. One more thing. That webcam. I completely forgot that in Planet Coaster, having the webcam there will cover up a lot of important menus about prices. And it's just every time you enter the ride screen, for instance, to change waiting times and such for rides, my webcam's going to be in the way. Now, while I like having the webcam, because you get to see my reactions and it's an extra layer to my reactions and commentary, I will consider. I'm going to have to try and find somewhere else for it to go. Like, I don't know, I might place it in the center of the screen and make it smaller or something. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll play around in the in the recording software to see what I'm going to do with that. So here we go. We're just lighting up the tree, and it's all starting to look beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, it's coming together. I'm actually smiling. Look, I'm smiling at my creation. I don't know, this game, it just makes you feel good, you know. But we're coming up to the live commentary, and here are my in-depth thoughts on it. I mean, I know Silverette would scoff at this, but at the same time, I mean, it's just me. I haven't really built things before on this. Now, what I can do, and what I think I'm going to do, is just select these things. Change that light to greeny. Greeny? Yeah, a green light. A green light effect there. If I use... No, not the viola flowers. That. I mean, if I use a green light on that, then that'll look pretty, right? Or maybe a brighter green. Actually, a brighter green. I'm actually more in favour of a brighter green. I think a brighter green would certainly look a bit more appealing. Brighter green there. And there we go. Now we have the nice little opening to the park. We have the confetti. We have the bushes. I have a notification. Well, yeah. So there we go. Opening garden thing.